Now, I don't want to buy into the notion that our external circumstances are the only creator of our happiness. But boy, it sure can make it a lot easier to set the context within one when things are happening like withdrawing from the UN-backed WHO and their global pandemic treaty that was intended to enshrine the one world government. Just one of those. Or like pulling out of the Green New Deal, the UN Agenda 2030, which was also designed by the UN to create and authorize the one world government. Or pulling out, again for Trump, out of the Paris Climate Accord, which he had done previously, really saved our ass like 6 years ago. And then Biden put us back in. Now we're out again because, as I've laid out in Thrive 1 and in Thrive 2, that was the excuse to get the taxation, the legislation, and the UN police force to create a one world government that would transcend all national sovereignty. So Trump alone pulled us out of that the first time and has now done it again. So all three of those have happened. Plus, the Federal Reserve has actually exited from the UN-sponsored initiative that they call the Net Zero Asset Managers Initiative. I think, once again, as with most economics, that's intended to obscure what's really going on, because what it really is an initiative by JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley. It's an agreement by all of them to band together and then set aside trillions for the climate agenda and Agenda 2030. So now even the Federal Reserve has pulled out of that. The Federal Reserve is desperately trying to stay in existence, and that's being called into question as well. So that's kind of section one. You know, what have we withdrawn from in the last